Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, my Tuesday tip day or my Tuesday live day. So, good morning. First, have you all been seeing my tips? I'm doing 30 days of tips for the month of November. So, hopefully, you're following my Instagram or my Facebook page, this page, because I'm posting them here as well. If you want to see them, you can go to my Instagram, which is this, and you'll see them all listed there, and catch up if you haven't seen them. You can do that. You can also go into this Facebook page and scroll down, and you'll find them here. But I hope you're catching those. So today is kind of another tip. It's not one that I put in my 30 days yet. I may post this one. But this is something that I'm seeing a lot. So I'm in a lot of keto, low carb, diet, diabetes groups on Facebook. And I'm seeing a ton of people talking about being frustrated with their weight loss, especially beginners, people who are just sort of starting this life. Maybe they've just been diagnosed with prediabetes, and so they're trying to change up their food and get healthy. Other people who I think are have jumped into this lifestyle to lose weight, for whatever reason that brought somebody to low carb or keto. And I'm seeing a lot of this, wow, I lost 5 pounds within the first week and now nothing. The scale isn't moving. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Or everybody's losing weight except me. And why isn't this working for me? And what could I possibly be doing wrong? And just tons of frustration around this lack of weight loss. It's interesting because I'm seeing this all over the place in these groups, but I hear this from every single client as well. And that, I think, is where the difference is when you kind of DIY this and use Facebook groups, which is fine, or then having your own coach. That's where the difference lies. I mean, I get into these groups and I try to drop tips and things like that, but it's not the same as being able to work with people individually or specifically knowing them. But let me just say, don't get frustrated with the weight loss. You have to get past the weight loss. You have to get past the scale. Your body, and again, I talk about the spectrum of health. So depending on where you are on the spectrum of health, what's going on, what kind of medications you're on, what kind of conditions you're dealing with. Are you pre-diabetic? How long have you been overweight? How overweight are you? What's your nutritional status? What kind of food have you been eating? Do you exercise? What's your stress like? What's your sleep like? Environmental toxins, do you live in a city? Do you live in the country? I live in an agricultural area, so there's actually a lot of pollutants around because they're not organic farms. So these are all factors that play into where you fall on the spectrum of health. And they also impact what's going on inside your body. So when you adopt a low sugar lifestyle, be it keto, be it paleo, be it low carb, you're actually taking this huge step toward healing your body. That's what you're doing. You're getting rid of the sugars. You're getting rid of a lot of the processed foods. So you're going to start healing on the inside. So at first you might notice, some weight loss, which is wonderful. Often that is going to be water weight. And don't discount the water weight. If you have water that you need to lose, that's a good thing. You'll notice that your hands aren't as puffy, your ankles aren't as puffy. This is all really good. You want to lose water weight. But you have to understand that fat loss is slower, and you also have to allow your body to heal from the inside before you're going to really start seeing all the things you want on the outside. So you have to learn how to track your body beyond the scale. So I get so frustrated because people get so stuck on the scale and the weight loss that they aren't recognizing all the good things that are happening beyond the scale. And then they give up. They're just like, this isn't for me. It's totally not working. So they're comparing themselves to others. That's mistake number one. And then mistake number two is they're not tracking all kinds of other things that I cover with all of my clients. And often I need to check in with them every week, and we need to go over those wins every week so that they get motivated, because they do start to slide at the end of a week if they're just like, well, the scale isn't moving. I have one particular client right now who's darling, and she's amazing, and she's a super high achiever in all aspects of her life. She's also got a high stress life, but she was very frustrated because she'd only lost 4 pounds, and it had been 8 weeks. So 4 pounds in 8 weeks. And I can see how that would be frustrating. Now, the thing that was awesome was after she told me that, and she was like, I am getting a little frustrated. She then, without much prompting from me, then said, oh, well, except my clothes are fitting differently, and I can now wear that really cute skirt that I bought, a long time ago that I've never been able to wear because I couldn't zip it. And now I can wear it. And oh, my trainer he said something to me the other day about how my diet must be really working because I look amazing. And then she said, and then I had another male friend that said the same thing. And then my mom has also said the same thing. So there was all of that. She's sleeping better. She's not binging on sugar anymore. So there were all these other things going on that she was aware of, but she was still focusing on the scale. But once I kind of looked at her and I thought, then she was like, well, actually, and so you have to recognize all these other things, because if you just focus on the scale and the weight, you'll give up, you'll quit. And all the stuff that has been changing and building and is taking you to this crescendo where you will eventually really lose the weight and get to your optimal body weight, you've lost it. I mean, it's all in there, it's all building. But if you quit and give up just because the scale isn't moving, you've wasted a lot of time and energy, and you're just sliding right back to the beginning again. So please try to notice all the other things in your life that are improving beyond the scale, especially your clothes. Just how do your clothes fit? How do you feel? I had another great client, and I loved one of her markers was her wedding band. She hadn't been able to wear her wedding band for years. And every time I saw her every week, she'd say, oh my gosh, I can get my wedding band on. And oh my gosh, I could actually wear my wedding band for a while. And before it got kind of felt tight. And, by the end, she was able to wear her wedding band. So that is huge. So all these different things. So you have to have your own. So find something that is yours. And figure out, use that as your tracker. You can still weigh yourself, but maybe try to weigh yourself once a week. Same time, same day. It's just data. Write it down and track it. We're looking for a trend. That's all you're looking for. You're looking for a trend in the right direction, and it's not going to go like this. It's going to go like this, So be aware. But please find other things to track. This is something I am super specific about with my clients. It's something I will be going over and over and over in my Hangry to Hungry course, because it's so important. And it makes a big difference once you really can recognize all the different ways your body's changing, because you can actually change sizes with your clothes well before you lose a lot of weight. So keep that in mind. So start tracking, take measurements, get an outfit, pick an outfit out, try it on, put it aside, try it on every week. Or maybe if you want to be, if you can stand it, wait and try it on once a month. But please stop relying on the scale as your major marker for body change, because you're going to get frustrated, and I don't want you to quit because you're doing the right thing. Okay. So check out my daily tips for the month of November. Get in through the Facebook page or over on Instagram. Let me know what you think. Comment on the tips. I'd love to hear your suggestions around those tips. And I will see you all on Tuesday. Okay, bye.